Aloha Brother Watkins, this is the video that you allow for extra credit, and actually thank you for letting us do that. So this is the loan amortization basics, sensitivity and analysis. So in this video there'll be three functions I'm going to introduce, which is the powerful spin button, data table and graph, and then we'll do analysis on those. After the video is done, the worksheet should look like this: something like loan amortization, basics, and sensitivity analysis. And then they will spin here. If I click on it, data will change according to the graph as well. So all data will be changed. And this area, we're gonna do some analysis on interest rate. If the interest rate is 7%, what happened? If it's 8%, what happened? And these two areas will use we'll introduce the data and analysis, which is under data, and then we'll go what if and data table. So those are the function we're gonna use in these two areas. So now you should open up spreadsheet because it's just an easy thing. This is the way you set up. So I use this setup first, and then we perform data later on. So it says like input, present value, interest rate, numbers of years, and then output data. So we put year from 1 through 30, as you can see right here, up to 30. And then we put beginning principal balance. It's gonna be right here, payment, interest component, principal component. We'll put those data in later on. So now the thing that we need to focus on is to create a spin and let the spin run for us. So in order to do that, I like to put, say here, start with 30, and then this one I like to put 8 because I want to refer to this and let this run one data at a time, or 1 point at a time. So this will be my year. I put 30, and so we want to set up to the amount, so I'll take that one, let's say 10,000, and I time this because I want it to be 300,000. And then this I want it to be percentage. Oh, this is put as dollar, set as dollars amount. This would be percentage amount, and this is none, just a basic number. So right here, and divided by 100 will turn out to be 8%, and that just put equal to this 30. Now we can start create the spin button. You go to developer because we all take that class, so we understand how to pull this up. So go to insert and spin right here, click on the spin, and then if we want it to be well fit, just shift and drag it down right here, and we can adjust the size to make it perfect like that, or remove a little bit, and then control V, just copy and paste and move them here to the bottom. Control C and control V again, just move it down to here. Now how do we have that run? So just for example, this one right here, we can just right click and go to format control, and under format control we select control. It's right here, format control, we choose control, and the current value we want right now is the current value we want is 30 because it's right here. That's what we got right now. And then the minimum value we want it to be 0. The maximum we want it 30,000, so move by 30,000 the maximum value. And incremental change, like what I mentioned, is it will change one at a time. So we want to refer to this area, so that means when it change 1 unit up, this one will move up 1, and this will be 31 times 100 right here, up 10,000. That will increase accordingly, and we continue to do that. Just right click on this one, and this one we want format control, it start with 8 because it's my refer value. It start with 8, and I'll keep it the same on one data, increase or decrease, and then I refer to this cell right here. So for the next step, you do the same thing. Just put 30 up here, right here, and everything and the rest the same. And cell link, you would refer to this C6 actually, and then you just click OK. Because yes, after all the spinning create, you should test like that. See the number increase one at a time. So this is how it works. Now I'm going to set up the schedule. Let's say the beginning balance. We want our beginning balance, which is our present value right now, because this would be the, let's say, if the cost price that we purchase, or let's say we purchase a home, that's a cost. And payment, I'm going to introduce a new formula, payment in Excel. So come like that and go to rate, and then N is 30, and then PV we want put negative in front of it, so the number will show positive. So this is my present value, and then my future value will be 0. Let's close it out. That's the my payment. Oh, forgot, just need to lock all these because we refer the payment as fixed payment to this, so make sure it is all absolute, and then we just do a magic thing, drag all over to year 30, and later on for interest, now payment we pay this much, so let's calculate the interest. Interest will take the beginning balance and time the annual interest rate over here. So these are interest payment, and in order to we want to lock this too because we would refer to the same percentage, and this as well excuse me, we will take our payment, we subtract our interest we paid, see what's the principal component within this whole payment. So again, we'll just drag it all the way through, drag this one as well up to 30, and now we can calculate our principal, because this is the principal. So we take our beginning principal, we subtract the principal component that we pay to reduce, so that we just drag again, the formula will be there. So this is the things, and then we're done for that one. Now let's move to the next step, to use data table. So in analysis, if we want this to be, let's say if it is 7%, and we give this 8%, and we want to do data table to show the sensitivity of the interest component to the interest rate per year. So we want to analyze the interest rate, so we pull out the interest from here and we drag up to year 30, and now we can perform our data table. Just select the whole thing. The way I do that is this: just put a cursor right here, you control shift, and then you use your arrow key to go down, arrow down, you select all, and then you go to data, you under what if analysis, you take data table. So now the data table here, I only care about a column input cell. In this column input cell, I want to put interest. Right now it's current interest. So then I hit OK. See, all the calculation will come up, and I will show, okay, if interest here increased to 8%, then the amount of interest we pay there is increasing. We do the same thing for the first one, but this time we refer to the principal. So we take the principal from this principal component from the first one, and then we just drag them all the way to year 30, and then we select from this all of this toward the end into year 30, go to data and select data table, and we want input on B 5 is the same, so this data come up. Now we'll perform how to put the graph. It's easy to show us. Just select them all, insert the graph line right here, select this one, and this is our graph. So, and we can edit graph because we know how to edit it, and then we create another graph for this one, but this we select data here toward the end, and also we shift because we want to select this too. We hit hold down to control. We select this as well. Well, the purpose of create this is to show how the principal and interest run. So that'll be something like that. So this is the graph. Again, to edit the graph, we should come up like this after our addition. It is really basic, so I don't want to spend much time on edit graph. So make sure just go ahead and analyze the data. So right here, the amount of payment remain constant, but the principal, that we pay to reduce the principal right here, to keep increasing and increasing until we pay off. And the amount of interest as well, when the principal has been reduced to smaller and smaller interest, we pay lesser and lesser. And during this period, when the interest increase up to let's say 7%, so this graph represent the 7%. So when there's 7%, we pay less interest, of course. When there's 8%, we pay more. And within the principal is the opposite. When interest is 8%, we pay also more less than earlier, but then later on we pay more and more. So when you look at this, if you want to buy a home, set up a mortgage, if you can reduce amount, shorten to like 10-year or 15-year, you will have a lot of money, and you invest on something and you can pay off your loan very easily, because when you total up the interest and the principal that you pay on 30-year, your home worth a lot more than 300,000. So that's it. That's the purpose of this video, and I hope you will get the basic idea. Mahalo.